bought this car a while ago. It had been in a ditch. We spent the last couple of episodes just trying to patch it up a little bit and get it to a point where we can MOT it, repairing various faults as we go. And in the last episode, we managed to find, oh God, who said Porsches were light? We managed to find a yellow bumper, identical to the paint colour, and it matched really well. But unfortunately, it didn't have holes for the washer jets, and a load of you in the comments pointed out quite correctly that that would mean that it will be an MOT failure. So what we've got to do today is take the bumper off again. We're not going to bother filming it, we might just film a little bit of it quickly coming off. We're going to drill the holes out, fit the washer jets. Again, like we did in the previous episode, we're not going to fit the washer jets perfectly, they're just going to be functional for the MOT. And also we've got to take these wheels off. You'll notice it's back on the black wheels because the new tyres that we had fitted unfortunately didn't have the valves replaced and all of them leaked air. So they've been back to the tyre shop and we've got those in the boot of the Land Rover. So we'll swap those over, get the bumper off, and the other thing is to replace in there, to replace the drop link. So this can be a bit of a pain because the suspension has been apart fairly recently. We're hoping that it's not too much of an issue, but that's probably going to be the first port of call. I'm going to leave this wheel on for now. That will eventually come off and we'll get this drop link changed, and then we'll put the good wheel on and then work our way to the front, and then finally we'll change the other two wheels. But that's not all we're doing in this video, because later on in the video we're going to take our new Lotus GT3 Esprit and we're going to take it up to the ZR1, get the ZR1 out of its hibernation, fit new wheels to the ZR1, because, well, they're not new, but we've had them fully refurbished with new tyres, and maybe get it cleaned, and hopefully take the Lotus Esprit and the ZR1, both got Lotus engines, to the pub for a nice summer pint. That'll be a good day, I reckon. What do you think, Chris?
Sounds like a good idea.
So I'll go and grab the drop link now. We'll try and get that fitted, and then hopefully we can quickly get the bumper off, get the holes drilled, and go and have some fun with the supercars. Sound good?
Sounds good. Let's do it.
All right, and that's the new drop link. £17 from eBay, and it's Bilstein, which I don't think is a bad make. It's probably made in China.
Everything is?
No, it's made in Germany.
Ooh, not
made in
everything
Germany.
is.
And it's 17 quid, including delivery. So essentially, that just bolts in there.
But it's an alley hub and a steel bolt. And if it's been in the UK or anywhere they sold for 20 years and not been out, they tend to not want to come out.
In theory, it's very easy to fit this. It's just 2 bolts, but as Chris has just explained, they can be problematic, especially on British cars that are on salted roads.
Or in Minnesota.
But let's see if we can get it in.
If it is a pain, what you can do is cut the ball off and then you can get a socket on there.
Let's get some WD on it. I can see that there's marks on the bolt there where it means that it's been recently removed, so that stands in good stead. I'll get the ball joint, the lower one, out first. I think it's just a 15mm, is it?
Oh, is that on still? Yeah.
Yeah.
Flipping heck. I can't remember that being there.
17.
17.
Oh, that's tight. But I'm not too fussed because I think I'm going to be able to get it out. When in doubt, get your vice grips out. I don't know if you'll be able to film this very easily. And this is the easy bolt, supposedly. Let's see if we can do the old double spanner trick. Oi. That's it.
There we go. Good start. Good start.
What we have got to do is use another jack to jack the hub up so that it's the correct height, because otherwise the anti-roll bar will twist if we put it in the wrong position.
Well, yeah,
it'll rip the bush.
It's essentially fully compressed on that side at the minute. So the anti-roll bar is trying to match that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Essentially.
That's the first bit out, first bit of the broken joint. So
Nice.
that is basically that part. You can see what's happened, it's popped out of the socket. It goes in that way, but obviously we've got to jack it up. Right then, moment of truth. Is this one going to come out?
I think so.
You reckon?
I'm hopeful.
It's a big chunky bolt. I think it's a 19 or a 21, or it might even be a 22.
Well, it certainly is hot today.
It's a lovely day, isn't it? Okay. So that is a 19. Can you do me a favour and get me a 10mm out of the thing? 10mm ratchet spanner. I need to take this bracket off for the flexi. Right, so we're in position. In theory, this should just unbolt. Let's see what happens. Oh god, that's tight.
Yeah, it's I think usually about 1,000,000 foot-pounds.
Oh, that's it, got it. Trouble is, I have to be really careful because the end of the socket's not fully on, because of the thread. So I didn't want to get a breaker bar on it and then cause myself a world of pain. But you know what, that's a good sign, Chris. Shall I tell you why? Because
it's spinning.
Because it's spinning.
Perfect.
So just
that is a really good sign.
Grab that with those. Some 987 owners will be cursing because, like Johnny up the road, he was telling me that he had to, grind his off or something like that.
Yeah, that's pretty normal.
Apparently it's a total nightmare.
Oh yeah.
So I'm feeling...
There's always a video of some dude in California who's just like, yeah, just take this out.
Yeah.
Just slides out, dead easy. Yeah. Does in California, doesn't over here. Not usually.
So that
is how it should be.
That is how it should be, but invariably, unless you're really lucky like us,
yeah,
it won't come out that easily. Okay, so next thing we've got to do is lift this up using a secondary jack to get the height correct for when this goes in. I suppose what I could do is just drop that in.
You can put the top one in, yeah.
Yeah, and that'll give us a way method of aligning it, won't it?
A measuring device.
Do you reckon I should put some copper slip on it for future use?
That's not a bad idea. Because obviously it's clamping it that way. It's not really a twisting motion that's a problem, it's clamping the strut. So a bit of grease isn't going to hurt it, I don't think.
I don't know where the lithium grease is, so it's going to have to be copper slip. But I think...
Cue the comments about copper slip.
Yeah. I've seen comments about copper slip before, people don't like it.
No.
But it's never done me any harm.
For that tyre.
It's lovely, isn't it? Look at this. You'd love to drive home from Brig or wherever it was with that, wouldn't you?
No, not really.
So I'm just putting a slight smear on it.
Yeah.
Just to help the cause. Get that up on there. I'll edit out all of the clumsy work that I'm doing.
Well, that's the reality of it, isn't it, really?
What's that? All the clumsy work?
Yes, that's the reality of it.
So that's not totally tight yet. I've just buttoned it down.
Yeah.
We'll grab the jack.
When the car itself becomes balanced on that jack, it's going to be about right.
Ready?
Yeah.
Tell me when.
Is it pushing the jack down? Is it okay?
Yeah, it'll be alright.
Keep going. A little bit more. That'll do, I think.
That'll do?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's done it.
That's in now?
That's in.
That's how we've got it aligned, and a lot of people have commented as well about us using a jack on the gravel. You can't really see on the video, but the gravel is on a solid base. It's only like 2 or 3 stones. I get why you're concerned about it, and yeah, we should be using axle stands, but that's a very high quality jack, and we are, believe it or not, careful to not sit under the car or put ourselves at risk.
Ish.
There is a risk with jacking cars up, so it's, you know, at your own risk to jack it up in the way that you feel is the safest way, but for us, we're comfortable with this. We have used axle stands on the gravel, but we have to put, if you look in the previous videos of the Corvette ZR1, you'll see that the way that we put the axle stands down is we put them on wooden bases. So we put sheets of ply down on the gravel and then the axle stand on it. But for this, it just doesn't really warrant it. We're not working under the car. And I've got 2 jacks here, so hopefully 2's better than 1, right? Anyway, let's get this drop link on. That's not coming off anywhere. The top one might not do up though, that's the only thing. It's almost tight. It's not quite as tight as I'd like it to be.
It doesn't matter, it's only holding the shock absorber in to the hub. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. All right, so a bit of messing around, but the drop link's on, and sort of torqued up. We've not used the torque wrench, but it's on FT. So we will get the rear wheel on, and then move around to the front of the car. Try and crack on with the bumper. And here they are. Hopefully these will hold air now.
Are they rotational on the side? Or the inside outside?
Inside outside, yeah. That's the front. That one.
Is it? What size is it? It looks.
Oh, it's a rear 265. So this one can go on.
Can go straight on.
What I do need to do is put the spacer on it. Now then, all you Porsche nerds will appreciate that when this centre cap goes on, it simply must be lined up with the valve stem. That's how it is, because it's a Porsche. But I mean, does that really matter? I haven't even got M-rated tyres. So
it always matters.
We'll point the bottom of the crest to the valve stem as per
the laws of the Porsche land.
So I've got to get this on now, and that should. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to smear a little bit of copper slip on here. Nothing mental. And then put some on here. Put some around here. They do look better with spacers. And these are quite nice ones. So.
Yeah, they look. It gives it a bit of stance, as they call it in the industry.
Even though it's only rolling on lowly 18s. There we go. Right. What do you reckon about there? That'll do.
Good enough.
That's good enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so front wheel off, bumper off.
As you can see, the bumper is off. And these are the templates that we've expertly crafted with extreme precision.
Yeah.
But I think they'll do the job. It's going to squirt juice on the headlights, so that's the main thing. So all we got to do is try and line
it up as
these up as carefully as we can.
Chris, you can blame me if this all goes wrong. I think you're too over to the right, aren't you?
That seems about right for there.
Oh, does it?
Possibly slightly over.
So the main thing is we've got to get this swage line here aligned. And
Which it feels more or less. It could probably be slightly further forward.
I think that's definitely not far away, is it? I think there's a little bit of play in the actual thing itself. We'd be splitting hairs if we were worried about points of a millimetre.
Yeah.
So,
someone eyeballing it from a distance is going to think it's okay.
All right, so that's that one on. Next one, I'll let you do this, Chris, because you're a lot more precise than me. I'm a little bit slapdash.
Well, yeah, might have noticed.
Let us know in the comments if you would have done this differently, and if you're wincing now at the screen thinking, what the hell are those two knobheads doing? Don't be afraid to shout. We can take criticism. We're here to learn. But this is the best method that we could come up with.
That looks pretty good, actually. That's gone on the first time quite nicely, I think.
And the other part to this, which we're not going to do today, is there's actually underneath here, there's a guide tube. It's like a tube that goes underneath where this hole is, and that just helps stabilise everything. But when it's in the paint shop, that's when that'll be fitted. Bit of no-nails, bit of Mansory glue.
Yeah.
So to reiterate what we were saying in the previous episode, we're not looking for a perfect repair at this point. We're looking for a functional MOT passable repair.
Though we don't want to mess the bumper up too much.
And we're going to let the body shop deal with all of the nuanced, finickety bits.
The hard work.
Yeah, the bits that require a little bit of effort. Do you want to drill it or shall I drill it?
Don't mind.
Do you want me to drill it?
Yeah, either way. I'm happy either way.
All right, I'll drill it then. You grab that camera.
This is where it all goes wrong, probably.
I've measured the hole.
Yeah.
And the hole is 22.5 mil.
Yeah.
The Christmas tree bit only goes up to 20 mil, but I'm hoping that that's just enough to push it through. It might be a tight fit, and then Marcus, when he does the repair, he can finesse it.
Well, we'll see if it's big enough.
And part of the reason why I'm drilling an undersized hole is so that if Marcus, when he does all the nice paint work, needs to clean the edge of the hole up, because maybe if it's burred or whatever, it might need cleaning, I don't want him to end up with a hole that's too large. So I'm hoping that I can just get it small, keep it tight, still get the head of the washer jet through, but then it will enable just a little bit of extra wiggle room when it comes to finessing it. You can always go bigger, but you can't go smaller. So I'm going to go 20 mil. I think I'm about central to the hole. Right, that's one down.
Yeah, next one.
Here goes. Ready? So we can enlarge it if we need to, but hopefully they'll go through. So I'm going to go and grab a part now and we'll see. I've got my box of broken dreams here. Should we see if it goes through? What do we think?
Oh, just about maybe. It's a forcing it and breaking it sort of level. Ah, perfect.
You know what? I think that's all right.
Ah, broken it. Perfect.
Well, what I could do, in actual fact, is I could leave these chrome trims off and just pull the chrome trim off and then just poke it through like that for now. All right.
As long as it sprays juice out of it.
Oh, it will spray juice out of it, Baker, don't you worry about that. So that just needs a cable tie. And they actually have a factory fitted cable tie to hold them in position. Who knew?
Factory fitted cable tie.
They do. They do. 100%. I bet you if you look in the PET, the exploded view parts diagram, I bet you it'll have a cable tie.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with a cable tie.
That will be installed professionally with a cable tie. I'll put this in this little box so it doesn't go missing.
A colour-coded cable.
In fact, look at this. There you go.
That is actually genuinely just a cable tie, isn't it? It's not a fancy thing.
No.
It is just a cable tie.
So we'll stick a cable tie on it. Okay, so bumper is on. Washer jets are on. The bumper's, I say it's on, it's not on. It's just roughly in position because what we've got to do now is test the electrics. Another thing that we didn't film last week was testing the fog lights and stuff. I don't know why we didn't do that. After we filmed the video, we did test the electrics, there's the key, and not all of the lights seem to be working, so we're just going to have a look at that now and see. Right, the lights are on.
Yeah. Do you have side lights?
Side lights are not on.
They should be in the fog lights, you see.
Yeah, so side lights are not on.
Fog lights?
Fog lights are on.
Are they?
Yeah.
But no side lights?
No side lights. Do your indicators. Yeah, the indicator. Do the right indicator. So the indicators are working. Fog lights are working.
But side lights?
But side lights are not working.
Maybe it's a bulbs, both sides.
Could be the bulbs. We'll check the bulbs. Let's do the washer jets then.
Anything?
No.
Maybe the headlights need to be on. Yeah.
Go on, go again. That works. Go on, do the other one.
Yeah,
do it again.
Could do both.
Yeah, stop. It worked, but because the hole's not big enough, the cap stayed on. I didn't realise that they popped up and down.
Do they?
Yeah, they pop up and down. But the cap stayed in position and the arm popped the cap off. Oh. So we got a load of water go under the bumper. But we know that they work, so that's the main thing. So bumper off again. I'll just enlarge that hole a bit more.
Yeah.
And we'll check those side light bulbs and see what's occurring.
See if they're dead.
All right, bear with us, guys. Right, as usual, it's 1 step forward and 2 steps back. The 2 steps back this time are these 2 bloody bulbs. The side light bulbs are not working. Both of them are blown, and we don't have any spares. And as far as we know, and probably after this video, we'll Google it and be proved wrong. We think that the bumper has to come off to change these, which is why they've been left. So the predicament that we're in is we either take it for an MOT with no side lights, which we think it will fail on, or we partially refit the bumper just bolting it in at the top, order some of these from Amazon for like 20p each, and fit them and then fit the bumper off camera. And I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to stick the bumper back on. You'll join us when the bumper's semi-buttoned down, and then we're going to go and look at that ZR1 in the Esprit, and we'll take the ZR1 and the Esprit for a nice pint. What do you reckon?
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? So I'll keep these to one side so that I can order some new ones. Rather than enlarging that hole, what we've actually done is just taken that silver cap off. So it looks a little bit odd. But let's see if it works now, Chris. Hopefully we've fixed it. Go on. Again. Yeah, they needed to sort of sort themselves out a little bit. But they're working now.
Perfect.
They're MOT passable.
They absolutely stink.
I know, they stink of vinegar. Northern washer fluid.
Must be, yeah.
It's got
A vinegary.
Henderson's relish in it.
Vinegary chip shop.
It's got Hendo's relish in it.
Something like that. Yeah.
So yeah, we'll just get everything buttoned back down, get the wheels back on, drop it down on the floor, and then before we take it for an MOT, and guys, we're not going to bother filming it because it's really boring, we'll fit those replacement side light bulbs, and in the next video it will be MOT time, and hopefully get it to Marcus's body shop, get all the bodywork done, and we need to take it for a wheel alignment. And another idea that I had, and tell me in the comments if you think this is a good or bad idea, or it's something that you'd like to see, I'm thinking of taking this to Porsche for a health check. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So we might do that. We can't promise, but we might do that. Because I went to Porsche the other day to pick some bits up for this, some little bumper clips and stuff, and I noticed that they had a Hunter four-wheel alignment system, so I thought, oh, I'll get Porsche to do the wheel alignment and get them to do a health check while they're at it. Probably be about 300 quid.
Yeah, it won't be cheap, that.
But yeah, let's see anyway. We may or may not do that.
There might be one or two things wrong with it, methinks.
Maybe. Let's get this back on the ground anyway, because I'm bored of seeing it up in the air now.
Yeah.
I want to drive this beast. I want to take it for a spin and fit our new wheels to the ZR1.
That'll do, won't it?
Yeah. God, it's bright today. Right, car's back on the ground. The four wheels with tyres that hopefully won't leak air. The bumper's partially fitted, and we've got to get the side light bulbs on order so that we can finish fitting the bumper. Then we can take it for an MOT. But right now, we're going to take the Lotus Esprit for a little trip to see its fellow Lotus buddy, its fellow 80s/90s legendary Lotus buddy, the ZR1, so that we can fit the new ZR1 wheels, dust it off because it's not been driven since November, and take it for a little spin and get the two cars together side by side.
GM Lotus friends.
GM Lotus buddies, the Brits.
This is a GM era.
It's the
Lotus, isn't it?
It is. It's the Brits and the Americans, best buddies, no doubt. So
once again,
I've got to load the boot up. I know that you guys will be squealing at the idea that I'm putting a bloody 3-ton jack in the boot of a Lotus Esprit.
Is the boot rated for this kind of weight?
I think the boot will be fine. The jack doesn't weigh 3 tons.
No, that's true.
Alright then.
Yep.
We're about ready. He's putting a 3-ton jack in the boot. I didn't realise it was as heavy as that. Stronger than I think I am. Bloody hell.
You think it's going in this way, yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect. It's almost like it's made for a 3-ton jack in the boot. Look at that.
Right, we've got all the bits.
More practical than you'd think, isn't it?
What about?
I'll need that.
The old argument solver.
Yeah. Need that. Close that. I've got everything. Let's go.
Anyone would think it's on carbs, wouldn't they? It's nice, but it's no Kev.
Still sitting on the window?
Yes. Whoa, it's the nose.
People on this crossroads absolutely love cutting the corner. Got no idea why. Doesn't quite sound like a V8, does it? It's a lovely car though.
Sounds like it's got a quadribog on it.
Well, I absolutely love driving this car. Let us know in the comments if you've ever been in an Esprit and what your thoughts on it are.
One thing I think's interesting is how the steering wheel comes out at an angle on an Esprit.
Oh yeah, but you know what? You get used to that. I think it's, on the later cars, I think it sticks out at an
More
angle
straight.
More straight. Now we are going to do a full review on this car, and we're going to do loads of content on it, especially comparing it to the Corvettes and stuff like that. So it is going to be sold eventually, but it will be on the channel for a while. So if you're into Esprits and you want to see some content on the GT3, make sure that you subscribe. Anyway, let's get to the ZR1, shall we?
Are they Citroen XM or something daft like that?
Citroen CX.
CX, that's it.
Here we are in the top secret location where the ZR1's stored. So luckily we're renting my neighbour's barn, and it's in a nice safe space, which you'll see shortly. Do you want to jump out and just follow me driving? So there's a shot of like
Lotus coming in.
Lotus coming in.
Stuck of it. I hope so.
Has it? Why?
Well, you're always making the pretty pictures on it.
Oh, you mean with the camera?
Yeah.
Doing filming, Brian. The voice that you can hear on the camera is my neighbour, who's very kindly renting us barn space. Let's go and look at the Corvette.
Not seen this in a month or two.
Nope. Been a while.
Hey?
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Since you've been up here, it's
Yeah.
been a long while.
I've got a jump pack. I've got a jack. So let's get the wheels on. Do you reckon we can get it out, Brian?
Oh, you want to take it out and do it?
Well, I can put the wheels on in here. Think it'll be a problem to get it out today?
We're going to be mucking about, got to shift this and shift that.
Oh, don't worry about it then.
Shift
We'll put the wheels on.
You get the wheels on, that's the main thing.
I mean, yeah, the wheels are... Probably should have bought a cloth to get this off.
Yeah.
Should have bought a cloth to get that off.
There might be a cloth in there. Yeah, there is a cloth in there actually.
A bit of water.
I think there's some detailing spray in there.
Is there?
Yeah. Good. So we can give it a light wipe down.
All the way down?
Yeah, take it off, yeah. There we go. Get the wheels on. And
Take all this lot down.
you're going to take it all down? Do you want a hand doing it?
Oh, when you're not doing that.
Is he ever doing anything?
Me, I'm busy all the time. All right, let's get these wheels on then, shall we?
Yes.
It's on axle stands anyway.
Oh, has he got the... Oh, he hasn't got the front wheels on, so that's a good start.
No, yeah.
It's a good start.
Brake discs are a bit rusty.
Yeah.
They probably won't... They'll clean up, won't they, I suppose?
First move.
After a bit of use.
Yeah.
So, lovely powder coated. We did show these in another video. Powder coated with a polish lip and custom ZR1 centre caps.
Upside down, obviously.
Yeah.
We'll show them a bit more light.
They are really nice, aren't they? They're going to give the car a massive lift, hopefully. So...
Front end's already up in the air, so it makes it a bit easier.
It's been so long since we've been here, isn't it?
I'm surprised it's still here.
Why?
We didn't took it.
No one knows you're squirreled away here, Brian. I reckon it's fairly... Do you ever have much trouble around here?
No.
That back wheel looks ridiculous, doesn't it?
So tiny. What's that, a 1 Series or something?
I think it's a 1 Series winter wheel. Reckon that's high enough?
Yeah.
I wonder what it's going to look like on these nice new wheels. Should I take these off?
Yeah. Oh, maybe not. Maybe just leave them on.
We can wheel spin those off, can't we?
Don't want to be doing too many wheel spins apart from them flipping tyres, I tell you.
Expensive, aren't they? That's it. Right, side one done. Let's just get the axle stands out.
How'd you go on with your Porsche tyres?
Oh, they said that they were sorry that it hadn't been done properly, and apparently they've put them all right. They've balanced the wheels again and fitted new valves. So hopefully it should be all right. Ah, there we go then. It's sitting very high, isn't it?
It will do until it's moved a bit.
Needs to settle, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There's a massive leak under it.
Leak?
Yeah.
I mean what, oil, water?
I can't really tell. It looks like oil. I'd have to reverse it back and have a quick look. I wonder if it's brake fluid or something. Shouldn't be though, should it? Ooh. See it?
It's at the right location for brake fluid, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it is a bit further back.
What is it?
I don't know.
Well, we'll reverse it back slightly and have a look maybe, or
Yeah.
try and see what's going on. It's just seemed a bit strange though, since it hasn't been started or anything, has it?
How's it looking around this side in terms of cleanness? Looks pretty clean.
It polishes up half right, this car, really.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. So it's sitting a bit high because it needs to be driven, doesn't it?
He's shuffling.
All right, so that's it. It's a shame that we can't get it on camera very easily. But shall we see if it starts?
See if it starts, yeah, definitely.
Okay. The battery, I reckon the battery's going to be dead because it's been 6 months.
Yeah.
But the interior light is still on.
We can see the interior lights are on, and they don't actually look that dim either. They're not.
No.
They look reasonably bright.
So I'm not expecting it to start without the booster pack. But let's just see anyway. Oh God.
We need it to need the booster pack really. That'd be good.
No, it's totally dead.
Okay. Predictable.
Just want to move it back slightly so that I can open the bonnet. There it is, look. The LT5. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Looks familiar.
That bloody engine.
PTSD of taking that cover off a million times.
It took us months and months to get that engine running properly, didn't it?
Hopefully it
turned out
months and months.
And it turned out to just be the computer. That was all it was.
Flipping computers, they'll never catch on. They'll never catch on.
Right, do we think it's going to...
That's a nice jump pack you've got there.
So it's funny that you should ask, because this is a top-don JS3000. Top-don of...
Is that their top-don one?
They've kindly sent us this, and top-don, if you're watching this, I'm sorry it's taken us so long to bloody film it. But
all the batteries have been too good so far.
But this is an amazing jump pack. We've been using this not for videoing, but just for general use. I've never had to even charge it. And I've started cars with completely flat batteries countless times, and that's why I've not even...
See what it does with this.
Yeah, let's have a look. I'm going to do a video where we test that with, I reckon I could do 5 dead batteries in a row with that, and it'd work. Because it's really good, really good.
All right, let's watch out for smoke pouring out the back.
All right then, here we go. Ready? Here it goes. Ah. I know what it'll be. We'll have to edit this. It'll be the connections.
Yeah, the dash is flickering a bit as you're doing that, so.
Okay, let's try it again.
Yeah, I think the connection's not quite good enough.
I definitely think that's what it is.
Okay.
Is it on?
Back on.
It's dead.
I think the jump pack's dead.
Yep.
We'll charge that and then probably have another go.
All right then. After singing my praises about that jump pack,
It's not the jump pack's fault, in fairness.
it just needs charging.
Yeah.
So we can't start the car.
Charge it and come back tomorrow.
So I think what we're going to have to do is pack this car away and go to the pub. Do you want to take this for a spin?
Yeah, I think
Yeah?
so.
All right then.
Good fun, won't it?
Let me get the keys for you then. He's in for a treat with this. Have you got enough room in there, Chris?
Yeah, just about. That's all right
sure?
once I got the seat back. It's all good.
Fits him like a glove. You can't adjust anything else other than the seat.
Well, that seems about right.
And then to start it, have you got the keys?
Got the keys.
The little fob.
You have to touch it there
You
somewhere.
have to touch it on
Under here?
Yeah, have a look. You'll see.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Down there.
that's it.
And where's it? Where do you put the key? Under here
Just in the
somewhere?
normal conventional place. This is Chris's first time driving an Esprit.
No, I think I drove the other one.
Oh, you did drive the other one, yeah.
My second
The other one
time.
was a shed though.
Yeah, second time driving an
Yeah.
Esprit. My fly wasn't down. I looked just like Roger Moore.
Let's go to the pub then, shall we?
We'll try it. Let's go to the pub.
I'm looking forward to being a passenger in this car actually.
I don't know about that.
Although you are driving, I suppose. It's a very analog experience, isn't it?
The clutch is quite low, as you were saying.
Yeah, it's better than it was.
One of those on the floor clutches, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little bit on the floor. I think it might benefit from a new master cylinder. But the other one was the same in my old Lotus, and that had
Going for the gears over here.
a new everything. Be careful over these bits of grass, yeah?
Is that the bit that you bottomed out at earlier?
Yeah.
Reminded me of a Top Gear episode in Argentina that they don't talk about anymore.
Oh yeah. All right. So while Chris is finding his way around this 90s classic British supercar, just want to say sorry for lack of content just then on the ZR1. It's like impossible to film with the landlord there because he basically talks all the time, even though he's a lovely bloke. And then obviously we didn't charge the jump pack, so that wasn't very good.
Is that first?
Steady on, Chris.
Is that first?
Are you there, mate?
Yeah, that's there.
Yeah. We're going to go to the pub now, and in the pub car park, I'll give you a brief tour of this car. Just a little tour because we're going to do a full video on it.
Because we're gagging for a pint.
Because we're absolutely dry and gagging for a pint. And then you'll join us later in this video where we're back at the ZR1. We're going to clean it down, get it out of the barn, and hopefully get it started, and maybe take it for a run up the road and blow the cobwebs out of its pipes a little bit. So stay tuned. You know which pub we're going to?
Same one as usual, or?
Yeah. The Tav.
Nice bit of
It only comes on boost at like 4,000 RPM.
yeah, it's
So there's nothing low down at all.
so
Like,
it's all right, low downish. So it feels like a 2-litre car, doesn't it, with
Yeah.
no turbo until you open them up and get the turbo skids.
what do you think about the ride and the steering and stuff?
I think it feels very nice.
It's all right, isn't
It's tight, isn't it? You kind of forget you're driving a 1970s car, effectively. They must have worked. Well, again, it was quite a good car when it came out, really,
Yeah.
wasn't it, even in the 1970s. Thankfully, it's got a Lotus turn-in, which is
It's the
pretty sharp.
It's the anti-Ackerman steering. The anti-Ackerman.
What's Ackerman then? If this is anti-Ackerman.
Ackerman steering is type of geometry,
Yeah, and this is the opposite.
and this is the opposite. Essentially, anti-Ackerman is better for racing setups, but you're compromised at slow speed manoeuvring.
Yeah.
Whereas Ackerman steering is more geared up towards slow speed manoeuvring and it's less sporty.
This feels pretty sporty, though.
It's not bad, is it? We're nearly at the pub now.
Ah, thank God for that.
It's not the most elegant car to get out of, is it? Right, we're not at the pub and I'm not with Chris because just talked about doing a video in the pub car park with Chris and giving you a little bit of a snippet around the car, but unfortunately I lost the footage, and I sometimes do that. I either lose the footage or lose the audio or something, but for the sake of completeness I've made a special effort to record this little clip again for you. So I just really wanted to give you a quick introduction to this car. It's a 1998 Lotus Esprit GT3, which is sort of a run-out model. It was one of the last of the Lotus Esprits made. They were launched in 1976 with that amazing Giugiaro styling. This is a Stevens redesign. So basically, it's not a pure Stevens design because it has been altered slightly with later bumpers, but essentially it's the Stevens Esprit. This particular one is a 2-litre turbo, so it's a charge-cooled, fuel-injected 2-litre turbo, but the engine is still, it's basically the original 1976 engine, but with obviously a few mods and upgrades. And of course, it's in the middle of the car, and to access the engine, you pull this lever. You'll notice nice bit of storage space in there. So unlike modern supercars, you can actually go on holiday in this car and have plenty of room for luggage. So the tray lifts out, and there is the tiny 4-cylinder 2-litre engine. It's not really, to me, I always think that these cars, well, especially when I was a kid, you know, you assume it's like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or something with a gigantic engine, but no, it's just a little 2-litre turbo. So charge cooler, the turbo is here. See, it's got stainless exhaust on this car, 4 spark plugs. The cam belt is in a very conveniently located position. That is a bit of a pain to change. But yeah, there you go. That's what the engine looks like. It's not the most exciting engine, but definitely exotic, and the whole car feels really hand-built. I mentioned that these were a run-out model, and they were produced at the same time as the V8, which was a 3.5 litre V8 twin turbo that made about 100 more horsepower than this, so very different animal. The GT3 was more of a lightweight car, so the idea is stripped out, less bells and whistles, and it was supposed to be more of a pure driving car. And I quite like the fact that it is only a 2-litre 4-cylinder, because that's more in keeping with the original design ethos of the first car, although they did always talk about having a V8. And if you have a look at the interior, something that's wildly different on the late V8s and the GT3s is this instrument pod. So the original design had this big, the Lotus guys call it a banana binnacle. It's like a gigantic instrument cluster with loads of dials in it. It's pretty cool, but very, very 70s. What I love about this is it's pure sort of like mid to late 90s design. So it's like a real 90s version of the Esprit. This particular one has the V8 comfort seats, complete with blood pressure monitor style lumbar adjustment. But originally these GT3s would have had a hard shell bucket seat. I'm actually, even though they're quite rare, I'm quite pleased it's got the more comfy seats, because I think they'd be a pain to live with. And alongside the hard shell bucket seats, they also had no stereo and no air conditioning. They were available as options, and whoever spec'd this car up originally did tick the aircon and the stereo box, so it's got 6-speaker stereo and air conditioning. So it's sort of like a wimp's GT3, because a true Lotus guy should have spec'd no aircon, no radio, and the hard shell seats. But I'm quite happy with the way it is. I also love this Alcantara. The headlining's really cool. Very nicely finished. It smells very nice in here. Do you think it smells nice?
Yep.
You actually do think it smells nice?
Smells kind of old.
Yeah, smells a bit.
Doesn't smell bad.
No, I think it smells nice. The roof panel's removable, which makes it sort of like a Targa. And under here, there's a little thing that feels like a coat hanger. And if I pull it like that, I have got a frunk. So I've got a nice bit of extra storage in the front here, and in case you're ever wondering what it looks like under the front lid of an Esprit, now you know. The earlier cars did have a spare wheel, but this one doesn't. Has got a nice little toolkit, and I'll show you this for the sake of nerdy interest. So that's what the toolkit looks like on an Esprit GT3. Quite nice. And I can't quite believe it, but that one's never been used by the looks of it. So, as I said earlier, we are going to do a full video on this car as a standalone sort of piece where we drive it and talk about it in detail. But for now, I just wanted to give you a quick overview of it, just a few minutes just to introduce it really. Another cool feature about the GT3, which is unique, no other Lotus Esprit has it, they have this elongated spoiler. So all of the others have a much shorter spoiler, but because from the factory the GT3 didn't come with a larger one, they just extended this out, and I think that's a really nice piece of design. I think it looks really smart. 17-inch wheels by OZ. Brembo brakes. So again, Brembo brakes were a later addition, and actually for this model year they changed from an AC Delco ABS unit to something called a Kelsey Hayes ABS unit, which apparently is more reliable and has better pedal feel. I've never driven one with the AC Delco unit, so I don't really know. But the car is a really cool thing, and I've bought it, I'll be completely honest with you, I've bought it to run around in and enjoy, and then sell on and hopefully make a bit of money on it. But we are going to film some videos with this car and with the Corvettes and doing some comparisons. I think if you were going to compare it, we went to a car show yesterday and there was a Ferrari Mondial there, and it kind of made me realise they were almost side by side. I'll insert a photo of that car, but it made me realise that this is almost like a Mondial but without the two rear seats. Really similar looking thing. And unlike most of my cars on this channel, it doesn't need any work. It's ready to go. I bought it from a guy that lived 100 miles away from me and just got in the car, turned the key, drove it 100 miles. It didn't miss a beat, and I've been basically using it daily ever since. So there you go. Anyway, quick look at the Esprit. Now let's get back to the pub with Chris. Quick horn check. There you go. Sounds quite fruity, that little horn, doesn't it?
2-liter turbo, no V8 heat, 4-cylinder pulse, still sharp, still sleek. Strip back frame, just purpose and poise. No gizmos, no toys, no extra noise. Mid-engine balance, feather light feel, cuts through the corners, brutally real. GT3, no status came to play. The other Esprit just drove away.
Right, we've just been chatting over a pint, and we've decided that we think the video is probably long enough now. But next week's video will be Cayman MOT and possibly taking it to the body shop, and a full video purely on the ZR1 where we get it out, wash it, drive it, investigate the fluid leak that we noticed, which might not actually be from that car.
It might not be from that car. It felt fairly dry when it might just be soaked into the concrete.
Yeah.
But it certainly was creeping right under the car, so I think it's probably oil, but who knows?
We'll see what happens, but yeah, next week's video will be a full ZR1 update. So stay tuned. Hope you liked this episode. I know it was a little bit of a bitting and bobbing, not much happened, but we were out and about quite a lot.
Yeah.
Cheers. See you around for the next one.
See ya.
That is a good looking car, isn't it?
Yeah. Not a bad plate either.